they can say, oh, you know something, I experienced that, and I thought I was fucking crazy. My mother tried to hook me up with somebody all of a sudden that was older, and I thought it was kind of weird. Again, Mgtow saves men, it saves lives. They have all these fucking helplines out here, these suicide.
Okay, notice how he just said, he started relating the idea that, I started talking to other men, and they're all saying the same thing. That's really what he's saying. Again, or I would interpret that as him saying, so the second men are able to get together, and I guess he's talking. I say he's saying that through Mgtow, via the internet, via these online communities, men are finally allowed to speak with other men, and they're finding that they share similar experiences where the people, primarily the women in their lives, are attempting to control them by all these different ways.
Prevention lines, helplines, that shit is bullshit, man. That shit is fucking bullshit. You're gonna be talking to somebody, they're gonna fucking blow smoke up your ass when you call those fucking hotlines. And I've never called one. I've never been on the verge of suicide, but I'm trying to reach as many young men as possible, because it's just a lot of stuff out here that's just gonna blow smoke up these young men asses, and they're just not gonna hear it. And men who are on their last leg, they try to seek out help. There's no help for them. I meet them all the time, man. I meet guys like this all the time, and I want to help them. I can tell that shit.
Okay, another comment. So what did he just say? Now he's talking about, help hotline, suicide hotline. Okay, now what I think he's basically talking about is, again, in society, all the institutions are against us. He uses the phrase, they're blowing smoke up your ass. What he means to say, I think, is the institutions are not on your side. If you call the police, they're not going to help you. They're not going to arrest a woman who's abusing you. They're going to arrest you. If you call a hotline, they're going to say, "Oh, you're the one with the problem." Yeah, you're the problem. If you go to a psychologist, especially a female psychologist, I imagine, they're going to say, "Yeah, you're the problem. You're a man, and men are bad." And but of course, what they don't tell you is they filter or they screen, they look, they practice their psychology through the lens of VAWA, through the lens of through the lens of feminism and patriarchy theory, and through the lens of essentially men bad, women good. Women are always victims, men are bad, when that is not true. So really what he's saying when he says stuff like, it's all bullshit, these self-help lines or these suicide lines, they blow smoke up your ass. He's right, but I would word it differently, just by saying that what he means when he says that is the institutions have turned against you. Even if you go to a psychologist who has had years of professional training in this area, they're going to operate under the assumption that you're a bad person because you're a man. And they've read all these texts, supporting that, saying, yeah, it's patriarchy theory, and according to the patriarchy theory, you are bad because you're the man, and women are good because they are women. And if you do your research, patriarchy theory is based on, I think it all goes back to communism and Marxism, and communism and Marxism goes back to critical theory, and critical theory goes back to the Frankfurt School. So if you research all that, what you find is it's just